know it's been a long time, but top of it. Give y'all a minute to get tuned in. Finish up this food while y'all come up in here. Y'all know the get down. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up button when you come in. Wipe your feet off at the door. You dig? Top of it to y'all. Excuse my pimping. I didn't make no announcement, or I didn't give y'all a heads up with this live like I normally do. So since it was kind of like spur of the moment, I'll give y'all a minute to get in here and take these last few bites of this food while y'all do so. Top of it, I see y'all tapping in. Magic, I see you. Clint, what's up with it? Ellenwood Slim, appreciate you wiping your feet off at the door. Knowledge Will, what's up with it? Just eating some orange chicken right now with some rice and some vegetables. Goldie, what's up with it? Blessings to you. Razor, man, I left the love in the car, man, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Y'all caught one of them rare moments where Freeze ain't got the love on deck right now. The love is in the car, though. It ain't too far away. It ain't right here with me right now, but at the same time, it's not too far away, you dig? Jay Jugger, top of it. Latches, peace. Troy, blessings. NFG tapping in from Baton Rouge. Good looking. Mac Doses, good to see you too, man. I appreciate it. Jesse the Gent, what's up with it? Jack Tripper, blessings to you as well. Colonel Cheney, top of it. Big Dog Monster, yeah, I'm gonna be careful, man. I don't do this too often, but I'm doing it right now, though. And speaking of the sugar, and you putting a good amount of love in your body every day, that helps out a whole lot. See, sugar becomes real bad depending on what other shit you put along with the sugar. So, just wanted to chop it up about the game a little bit. Give a little clarity. Because, you know, I like to see the game get good, right? And there's some issues people having in the game, and a lot of people don't understand why. That's where a gentleman like myself come in. You did. Adam say you got a gallon of that love. I see you. Dig that. Brandon J, what's up with it? Antone, what's going on, bro? Turf, I see you. Damn, I ain't give Turf for Draco. Turf, you must not have been in here that day when I was passing the Dracos out. I don't think I could do it on the phone, though. I think I gotta wait till I get in front of a computer or a tablet or something. Damn, Extended Clips, you ain't got a Draco neither? Damn. Khalil ain't got a Draco neither. I'm tripping. Damn, Tony Davis, you ain't got a Draco neither? Man. I'm tripping. I thought I gave all my brothers who I wanted to have Dracos, man. I guess I didn't. Yeah, Goldie, damn. Goldie ain't got a Draco. Slim ain't got a Draco. See, I seen Antone with the Draco and it made me think about it. Like, damn. I thought I gave everybody who's supposed to have a Draco. You did? Keep this sucker-free environment going on up in here. Hold on. Can y'all hear me fine? Let me know if y'all can hear me cool. Because if not, I might have to move around to a quieter environment. Goldie say gonna get this game, Draco or not. You already know. But yeah, man, I just wanted to chop it up about this game a little bit, right? It's a trip, man. As a lot of y'all know, man. Damn, OG Ken ain't got a Draco neither. I'm tripping. OG Ken, you ain't got a Draco? It's kind of hot right here, man, so I don't know why. But for some reason in this mall, it's kind of hot. At least where I'm sitting right now. So I'm going to move around anyway. We're going to walk and talk. Walk and chop it about this game. Extended Clips, as always, good looking, bro. For the $5 holla. Just relocating, man. Because Edward Bell. Good looking for the Big Ben, you dig? Like I said, we just relocating one time. My bad. I forgot I was connected to the Wi-Fi over there. But we back at it. Like an addict with a habit, you dig? It's good to see y'all though, man. You know, gentlemen just been busy. Doing what it do. So, forgive me for not tapping in with y'all more often or lately. But at the airport, dig that. Detroit in the house, dig that. Okay, it's a little cooler over here. Because I like this little setup. This is cool. Okay. Now, we've been live 10 minutes, so with no further ado, like I say, we're going to chop it about this game, right? Now, as we all know, things have changed drastically and are constantly changing drastically, seem like every day, right? Hey, World say you looking sharp. Good looking. I appreciate it. Excuse me. I'm just getting something right. Okay. But like I say, man, things are changing drastically all the time, right? The game as we know it is different. And it really sucks because, damn, my spelling. It really sucks because the rate of success in the game ain't the way that it once was. Once upon a time, it was a whole lot more people in the game successful, and nowadays it's crazy because the opportunity, the wherewithal to be successful, I believe, is greater than it's ever been, but the inclination, the ambition, the desire to be successful is the lowest that it's ever been. And a big part of that is the laziness as well. It goes hand in hand with that. We live in a time right now where everybody wants something for nothing. They want everything, but they don't want to do anything for it. So it's sad. But what I've noticed, right? Because speaking of success in the game, it usually went a certain way once upon a time. The young ladies in the game, they were ambitious. They went out and got it via some good instructions from whatever gentleman they was messing with. They came back with it, and they acquired all the things that they wanted to acquire in the game. And that's pretty much how the game went. As we say, AOB, which some people interpret that as all owner, bitch, but those of us really true to it, we say all out of, not all owner. So, but nowadays it's a lot of smoke and mirrors to make it look like it's AOB, but it's not really AOB. And it's really messed up for those of us in the game who got the understanding of the traditional understanding of the game, right? Terrence Boykin, as always, good looking with the Big Ben, you dig? But yeah, so I'm gonna just tell you what my observation is, right? Because I work, I campaign, I get at young ladies in the lifestyle all the time, endeavoring to be chose. And what I've come to realize is I'm speaking a foreign language to them. The things that I'm talking about, they don't comprehend it, so it's falling on deaf ears, And it's so sad because it's to a point where when you talk about accomplishing certain things in this lifestyle, the level of belief is so low that they think you like talking about some fairy tale type of stuff, stuff that's like normal and typical to those of us who've been in the lifestyle and accomplished things in the lifestyle traditionally. When you talk about accomplishing these types of things to this wave of people that's involved right now, like I said, it falls on deaf ears, and it's like you speaking a foreign language to them. So and then like I said, I observe, I'm really observant. You know, I'm somebody who studies the game avidly, right? And what I've come to see is everybody just makes it look good. Everybody makes it look like it's P&H, but it's not really P&H. They just it's fashionable. It's real fashionable to be a part of the game, but it's not the thing to be active in the game, so to speak. And I know that sounds crazy, you know what I mean? It's fashionable to be a part of the game, but to actually be active in it, it's like, for instance, right? Like with the whole with the gangbanging thing, right? Like you have people like Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Soldier Boy. You have all these rappers that claim to be a part of a gang, right? Because it's fashionable, but they're not active in that lifestyle. You know, they just claim it because it looks good, but as far as the activities that come along with that, that come along with that lifestyle, they don't have nothing to do with that. And it's pretty much the same thing with this game, right? Everybody wants to look like that's what they're about, you know, but when it comes down to being about it, almost nobody is about it. It's like a small handful. When you look at the game as a whole, there's a small handful of people that are actually about the life that they portray. The majority are not about it at all. So because of that, again, like back to the whole gangbanging thing, right? Like, you know, use a rapper, for example, like Lil Wayne. You know, if he was in the wrong neighborhood or something like that, and somebody banged on him, it's gonna be foreign to him. You know, he's not gonna know how to respond to it. It's just gonna be a funny situation, as opposed to somebody who's really about that life, like a Dub C or somebody, or you know, a rapper who's really lived the life that they portray in their music, or like a Trey D or somebody, you know. If somebody who's really about that life were to bang on Trey D, you know, he's gonna respond like somebody in that lifestyle because he's really lived it, as opposed to a rapper, right? So back to this game, you know, when a gentleman like myself or other gentlemen in the game who are really about the lifestyle that they portray, when you talk to the young ladies in this game, they don't understand what you're saying because they're not really about it. They just, you know, being fashionable. So it's really a waste of time to speak the language that we speak to them, because like I said, it's falling on deaf ears, you know. And it's sad because they don't realize their potential. They don't realize what they could be accomplishing. But at the same time, I can't blame them, because just like they're being fashionable and they're not really about the lifestyle, the guys that they represent, the guys that they choose to be with, it's the same thing with them, you know. Like for instance, right? Just give you an example of what I've been observing lately, right? It's a certain blade that I've been campaigning on lately, right? And on this blade, it's a bunch of girls that be down, and a lot of them are attractive. And they be down for hours throughout the night, but they do not catch dates. They catch no dates. They may catch one every other night. You know what I mean? The majority of the ones who be down, they do not catch any dates. And it's a trip. Like, you know, cars pull up, you know, and they try to, you know, make something happen. The trick I'm talking about. The trick pulls up, tries to make something happen. And the girls, you know, they don't even know what to do. They barely talk to them. But whatever the case, they don't catch no dates, right? So It's this young lady in particular who I see down all the time, right? And I know who her quote unquote folks is. And she been with them for like months, at least from what I've seen. From what I've been observing, you know, she's been getting down on this same blade for him for months. And over these months, every night when I see her, for months, right? No activity. Last night was the first time I ever seen her get active. And you know what I mean by get active. I'm talking about catch a date. Last night was the first time I seen her catch a date. And I be down. And I be riding. And I be paying attention. I observe, like I say. And so, but they not living no extravagant lifestyle from what I see. But they are living though. Because they surviving. Food costs money, water costs money, clothes cost money, shelter costs money. They obviously have these things, but it's not being acquired or maintained via her work because she's not putting in no work. So, and like I said, they not living no extravagant lifestyle, but I'm just using them as an example. But it's a lot of this. I see a lot of this going on. And you got some people that are living a quote unquote extravagant lifestyle. They got the jewelry, they got the cars, they got the house, they got all the designer shit. The bitches got all the designer shit too, but there's no activity. Like, but it's coming from somewhere though. It's not coming from her, but it's coming from somewhere or something. So like I said, it's a lot of situations where it just looks good. You know what I mean? Like if you the main place for this, what I'm talking about, is California. Like if you go on Fig, you're gonna see a whole bunch of people down, but they not catching no dates, and they come out every night. You're gonna see them Snapchatting. You know what I mean? You're going to see them socializing. You're going to see them smoking and drinking and getting high together and all of that. But you're not going to see them. You're not going to see no RHGO. You know what I mean? You're not going to see no RHGO. That's not taking place out there. But like I said, they're not making no money, you know what I mean? But yet and still, they're living a lifestyle that costs some kind of money. Whether it's a basic lifestyle that costs a basic amount of money, or an extravagant lifestyle that costs a lot of money. It costs money to live, but these people ain't making no money. So, I'm speaking on this because it's a lot of cats, who come from an era of the game where, young ladies in the game, they wanted to be active. They wanted to learn the game. They wanted to learn how to make money. They wanted to learn how to thrive in this shit. And, they felt good when they worked. They felt good when they accomplished things. Droney, as always, good looking with the $2 holla, you dig? Like I said, it's a lot of cats in the game who come from a different time, and they were really successful during that different time. And a lot of those guys have fallen off, and that happens in life. You got ups and downs and turnarounds and so on and so forth, but it's a lot of cats who have fallen down and haven't gotten back up for a long time. And they don't understand why it is. And I've had some of these young ladies, in recent times, and they just don't They, it's crazy. They get, it's crazy, man. I don't even know where to begin as far as describing these people. This, this, this quote unquote active right now. I don't even know where to begin. You know, they like this one I just had recently, right? This one I had last week. And I really gave her a chance for like 2 weeks, right? Gave her a chance. And what was going on with her is she had a real bad attitude problem. She called herself liking me, and it was crazy. She had all these entitlement issues. Like, first of all, she wanted to have sex all the time. And I'm like, hold on, we got a lot of things to do. We got a lot of business to handle before we even think about that. You know what I mean? But she wanted that all the time, like all day, every day, pressing me about it, right? And, you know, her understanding was that because I didn't want to go there with her, that I wasn't down with her like she was down with me. And she used to say that all the time. Like, you ain't down with me like I'm down with you. Mind you, she's only 20 years old, so she's pretty young, you know, but she like, you don't fuck with me like I fuck with you. And that would be the basis of her argument, because I don't want to go there with her physically. You dig? So that was like one issue. She always want to get a new outfit. She always want to buy stuff, but it's like the money was like very funny. And it's like, okay, you want to buy these things, but first of all, if I had to depend on just you, if you was the only one, we would be starving right now, you know? So, and the little bit of crumbs that you come in with, you want to take that and spend it right back on an outfit. That don't make no sense, you know? And I would tell her, like, if you would just listen, because she had a major problem listening. If you would just listen to some simple things that I have to tell you and implement these simple things, what you doing out there is going to be amplified like crazy, you know, because you're only doing twos and fews, and you want to take these twos and fews and go shopping every day. We're not doing that. You dig? So she would get mad at that, which I'm accustomed to certain types of ladies, right? The types of ladies that I'm accustomed to, if they have a bad night, they don't even think about asking to go shopping the next day because they know they had a bad night. Even basic shit like getting your nails done. I'm used to those types of ones. It's like, oh, well, you know, I want to get my nails done, but I know I had a bad night last night, but if I have a good night tonight, can I go get my nails done? I'm used to that, right? But these ones nowadays, they expect all these things, and it's like, from where? Like, where's the money to do these things coming from? You expect it to come from me? Am I like the goose with the golden egg? You expect me to lay a golden egg every day and we just, you know, we balling like that? Like, nah, I don't understand, you know? So it was that, you know, and then, you know, this is somebody who's 20 years old, so it's a whole lot that you have to learn. You know, and she's thinking that because, you know, she quote unquote been you know, doing her thing since she was young, like 13 or 14 or something like that. She thinks that she knows everything. But of course, you know, somebody like me, I know what you don't know, because I'm an expert. So, and even if you did know a whole lot, you still have a whole lot to learn. You know, we all do. You know, it's just good to have the mindset of wanting to learn. You know, you should never come to a point where you feel like you're too good to learn something. You know, Droney, I don't know. I don't understand. You know, I haven't been live in a while. I appreciate you once again, but I haven't been live in a while, so I don't know if they changed something to where it's acting funny. I don't know, but I appreciate you nonetheless. You know, I already know how you get down, you know, so I'm not looking at it any kind of bad way. But as far as what's going on with it, I don't know, because like I said, I haven't been live in a minute, as y'all already know. So they may have changed something. If so, I don't know. Or it may be just a situation where on this particular live it's doing that. Hopefully that's all it is. Hopefully it's just like a one-time issue. I don't know. But I appreciate you though, bro. You already know. But yeah, like I said, you know, these young ladies, this quote unquote in the life nowadays, they just got all these expectations and don't want to put in any type of work. And I know what it is because they come from guys that, you know, are cool with them, you know, getting some tools and fuse and giving them enough to make them feel like, oh, AOB, but you know, really this dude, he's a scammer, or you know, he's a street pharmacist, or you know, a flocker, which those of y'all who ain't from Cali, you might, or the West Coast, you might not know what a flocker is, but you know, a burglar basically, you know. But these dudes they got all these different types of hustles going on, and you know, they might be doing good from it, and they live in a cool, fancy lifestyle, and they get these young ladies, and when they come to them, you know, they let them. It's when as far as this game goes, as somebody like myself knows it, it ain't got nothing to do with the game. It's just you can come on, you ain't gotta have nothing when you come. I'm gonna take you shopping when you get here. All you got to do is go out there, and if you catch something, you catch something. If you don't, you don't. It's all good because we straight. You know what I mean? And you know, just make sure you make some posts here and there and say RHGO and all of that, and put, you know, my name for the record and all of that. You know, and it's all good. It's crazy, man. It really trips me out. So, like I said, for those of us who come from a different time and have a different understanding, the game is completely different. It's not even the same game no more. The definition of P and H is something totally different. It's something totally different. It's not the same at all. Like what we understand it to be, those of us who come from a different time, it's not that. Like, you got people nowadays who've quote unquote been getting down for years, and just like basic stuff they don't even understand. They have no concept of it at all. And you'll be like, you don't know what that is? That's basic, like, and they don't have a clue. So, Mr. Atkins, yeah, that's basically my point. It's all about deals. It's nothing but deals. Like, the P today, he's Monty Hall. He's Bob Barker. Let's make a deal. The price is right. That's what it is. You know, and if you're not a deal maker, of course, nobody's putting it out there like that. Nobody's saying, oh yeah, you know, I'm making the best deals. Nobody's promoting it, but that's what it is though. You know, they promoting it like it's something else, but that's really what it is. It's just straight deals. You know, and if you're not a deal maker, what you say to these people is gonna fall on deaf ears. You know, it's gonna fall on deaf ears for sure. You know, so these young ladies, they looking for a signing bonus. They looking for deals, man. So when because P's, when we campaign and we speak, we letting them know what we have to offer. And what we have to offer is game, guidance. I can teach you how to do this. I can guide you to do that. And like I said, when you speak like that, when you talking about this game that you have and what this game can do once you give it to them, and your guidance and the structure that you have and how that can benefit them, they translate that as, oh, he wants me to work and he wants me to do all the work and he ain't gonna do nothing. He just gonna sit back and expect me to do all the work, and then everything is on me, and he just gonna sit back and be lazy and not do nothing. That's the understanding that they have nowadays. And a big part of the reason why is because, like I said, they mess with these dudes. They have all this extra shit going on. They mess with these dudes that are robbers, scammers, dope dealers, you name it. They might have a 9-to-5, but whatever the case is, they got some sort of income or various incomes outside of this game. You dig? So it's a trip, man. But what I advise cats to do, like I say, come from that different time. The beautiful thing is that there's still a lot of people that, the beautiful thing is that there's a lot of people that don't have no type of clue about this lifestyle. They can be turned out. You dig? So you're gonna waste a lot of time and energy trying to have somebody that, quote unquote, is active in the lifestyle, because they're not really active. And the whole thing of staying down, starting from nothing, because those of us who've been in the game for a long time, we know, like, hoes used to like when a P, not necessarily but they like the idea of coming up, starting from nothing with somebody. Like, oh, he ain't got nobody in his household and he don't have anything right now. Oh, I'm a choose up with him, and we gonna build from nothing, and we gonna be living like this. I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna reach it to him. You know what I mean? And we gonna get this big old house. We gonna have these cars. We gonna live like this, and they didn't mind going hard for that. You did, but it's just different nowadays. They want ready-made situations. They want to be able to floss a situation. Excuse me. They want to be able to floss a ready-made situation. See, before it was looked down upon, like, by the real young ladies in the game who really about the life and who really stayed down and built something with a P. If a girl came into the household and she didn't want to contribute anything and she wanted to floss, the situation, like, she stayed down and went hard for it, the other ones who've been there, they would look at her crazy. Like, who she thinks she is, and she flossing this like she was a part of the building process of this. Like, she stayed down and went through everything that we went through, who she thinks she is. But now it ain't like that. It's cool. It's cool to come into a situation like you didn't have to stay down. You didn't have to go through nothing that hoes go through when they stay down and hoe up for things. Like these girls now, they just choose a ready-made situation and they floss that like they was a part of the building process, and everybody accepts it, and everybody like, that's right, you know, woo woo woo, that's right, girl, do your thing. And she didn't have anything to do with building that, you know. So like I say, trying to have somebody like that, you're gonna waste a lot of time and energy, because if you have the traditional mindset of this lifestyle, you thinking, okay, like you see this attractive female, you like, man, I could do some things with this one. Like, man, I could really build some real shit with this one. But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be wasting a lot of time and energy. Ray Gunn with the Big Ben, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you like the album, man. I appreciate it. Chosen One 409 with the with the $5 holler. You did. Good looking. Good game, P. I appreciate you. New Child, as always, good looking. Freezes it, by the way. That was me on 27 when you walked up on me and SB at the K, at the Circle K, 2 Saturdays ago with the King's Crown sandals on. Small world, ain't it? When you tell Sin he gonna trip, bulletproof love. Wait. Yeah. I already know what you're talking about. Yeah. Nah, I'm already knowing. Yeah. I dig it though. That's what's up. You already know we're gonna do it again. But let's read these comments, excuse me. But yeah, like I say, man, your best bet is to start from scratch with somebody who got a fresh motherboard, so to speak. You know what I mean? A fresh memory card, fresh SD card, you know, with nothing on it. You know, you don't want to try to deal with these people that got something on there and they think that they something that they not. And you know, if you get somebody that thinks they're a part of this and they really not, you're gonna have to do a whole lot of deprogramming, and 9 times out of 10 it ain't gonna even be deprogrammable or reprogrammable. You know, you're gonna be exhausting a whole lot of energy for nothing, man. And I know, because I'm speaking from experience, I've tried it, I've given certain people a chance. And that's the messed up thing about it, because you know what's crazy, man? One thing that ain't changed is that this P is still fly. You know, this P is still attractive to a lot of young ladies, you know. Like when they hear us speak and they see the way that we present ourselves, when they see the campaign, they still like it. You know, but the messed up thing about it is, like, when they come to understand what they have to do to acquire and maintain it, that's what turns them off. You know, and it's sad because a lot of them really like us still. You know what I mean? We still attractive to them, but you know, it's you're gonna hit a brick wall with them when they, like I said, when they find out what it takes to acquire and maintain a real one. You know, that's where you're gonna bump heads at. That's where you're gonna clash, and you're gonna understand and realize that it's really just a waste of time, man. So me, I advise you to just be on a turnout mission, man. Fresh TOs. That's the best bet. You know, of course, you're going to have a lot of patience when you're dealing with TOs. But in the long run, it's gonna be your best bet, man. Lamar C, you suggest P's getting a square and converting her over to the game? Pretty much, man. I'm saying if you're gonna be active with this shit, man, that's really your best bet is turning something out, man. Excuse me, reading these comments, y'all. DeBell, what's up with it? DeBell say, better make sure you get somebody that appreciates and respects a man before you put your freedom in their hands. Exactly. And see, that's what's, like you say, somebody who respects and appreciates a man, right? That's what's crazy about a lot of these dudes, man, with these deals. You know, it's no requirements. The only requirement is that, you know, you a female, you attractive, and you want to come home. That's the only requirements, really. So when you have such basic, when it's so easy to get next to you, you're taking a major gamble. Taking a major gamble. And that's why you have so many young ladies in the game that will throw somebody under the bus for nothing. It don't even take no kind of pressure. You don't have to put no kind of pressure on them. They'll feed you to the wolves with no problem. And the reason why is a big, major reason why that is because they don't go through anything. They don't know how to deal with any kind of pressure. And they don't have to earn anything. You know, so when they don't have to earn their place, there's no real appreciation for that. You know, a young lady, she gonna appreciate you a whole lot more when she had to earn her place with you and earn the things that she has in her life. You know, so I feel you on that. Because you're taking a major gamble with your freedom when you're dealing with somebody who don't appreciate and respect a man. Lakeisha Galloway says, when you can't accept being told the correct and more productive way to do things, that's ego and low self-esteem. I agree with you on the ego part for sure. It can be low self-esteem sometimes too, but it's definitely the ego thing. You know, they just believe that they shouldn't have to listen to this, or, you know, they can't be corrected about this, that, or the third. And just moving in a terrible fashion. That's what's crazy. Like, you just moving completely backwards. And when somebody say, hey, you know you're moving backwards, right? Then it's all kinds of disrespect. You're going to be hit with all kinds of expletives. A lot of women have never even seen or experienced a real man. They don't know nothing about dominion. That's real talk. You know, and see, when it comes to respecting a real man, you got to be able to respect yourself too. And a lot of them don't know how to respect either. A lot of them don't know how to respect a real man, and they don't know how to respect themselves as well. So it's no kind of respect in the equation whatsoever. So like I said, it's going to be a major waste of time trying to deal with somebody like that in this game. Kenwood Drive says a lot of females don't have anything to offer other than their looks. It's sad because they do. It's just that they don't realize it because so many people accept just that. You know, it's a lot of young ladies moving around this lifestyle right now that have so much greatness in them that's just lying dormant. They got so much greatness in them that's in hibernation right now because nobody is provoking them to bring it out. Nobody is putting the pressure on them to bring it out. You know, it's like I said, you might have somebody that could, you know, take all kinds of pressure and stay down and go hard and work hard and listen, you know, and surrender themselves wholeheartedly. You might have somebody that has all of that in them, and they might have been raised that way. But when they come across a guy who promises them all these things and they don't have to do anything for it except for look good, that's the only thing that they have to give is their good looks, then, you know, they kind of forsake all the other things that they have to offer. You dig? All those things that add up to their greatness. So, you know, it's not that they don't have it to offer, it's they don't even know that it's there because nobody is showing them that it's there. Like, hey, you know you're capable of this, right? You know you got this good quality about you and that good quality about you, and if you put these things together with what I have to bring to the table, then we could do X, Y, Z. Like, nobody is doing that. Paul Lang, as always, good looking with the dub. Thank you for the knowledge. I appreciate you. Thank you. Benny Azul with the Big Ben. Good looking. Much gratitude for the game, given that's esoterically and HD clarity. Dig that. I appreciate you. Sky blue. I don't know if I'm interpreting your question correctly, then that's crazy. That's funny. How do renegades show tricks that we in control? Why did they feel the need to negotiate? The answer to your question is inside your question. That one word that you use right there, renegade, that answers your whole question. You answered your own question and didn't even realize it. But that, take the rest of the question away, and that one word renegade, that's the answer to your question. When their mother raised is virtually slim to none that they will respect a man. The hate seed has been planted early. Hey, DeBell, you know what's crazy? I was having this conversation not too long ago too, right? You know what's a trip, man? Like, everything has just gotten so watered down. Like, even the single mothers, you know what I mean? The single mothers back in the days, from like the 80s on back, of course, you know, it's never ideal for a woman to raise kids on her own. But they were just a different caliber back then as opposed to what we got going on right now. You know, of course, you know, when a woman is raising a child, whether it's a male or female by herself, you know, a lot of things are gonna get neglected because it's only so much that she can do without that other half that's necessary. You know what I mean? Same thing with, you know, vice versa. But, you know, even the single mothers from back in the days, man, they they did so much greater of a job than the single mothers like nowadays. This generation of people that's in their 20s and younger, the single mothers that's raising these people, terrible, terrible. You know, it's crazy. Oh, and speaking of that, right? I'm gonna start doing a series called Fly Essentials, right? And it has a lot to do with how we're raised, you know, because it's a lot of people that were raised by a single parent. You got a lot of people that was raised by both parents that still don't know, you know, Fly Essentials, you know. So I'm gonna do a series of Fly Essentials. I'm gonna do different videos to show you, you know, different essentials about being fly. Because a lot of people think that being fly is just putting on some clothes and being nicely groomed, and that makes you fly. Nah, because it's a lot of people that put on some nice clothes and they're well groomed, but they got a lot of nasty ass habits, or they just got a lot of habits that just show a lack of class and, you know, a lack of flyness. So like I said, I'm gonna start a series real soon called Fly Essentials, man. You know, breaking down the essentials of flyness, because a lot of people don't understand. And that's where somebody like myself come into play. You dig? So yeah, I'm gonna do that soon. Ken would drive say, "How old are you?" He said, "This new generation, like he's 45. I ain't 45, but I'm not real far away from it. I got some years, you know, but I ain't, you know, I'll be 38 in a couple months. So, you know, I'm not this new generation, but I'm not very old either. You know what I mean? I mean, according to my driver license, you know, I'll be 38 this year, but on the real, I'm gonna be 21 again, like I do every year. You know, I turn 21 every year. I don't know, maybe I look young for my age, but it is what it is. Right, KJP, Forever 21. Right, Millionaire Grind, you're as old as you think you are. For real. And I ain't gonna never get old. I'm gonna stay a young, fly, vibrant, you know, individual about this shit. Platinum Elite say, "I want to hear you on a track with Silky Slim and Rollo the Pimp. You killed it on Glorious Pimp. P.S. If it happens, kill your bars." Yeah, man. You never know. Like, of course, I ain't did no collabs with nobody, but You never know who I may end up collabing with, but I'm definitely gonna kill the bars on whoever I get on the track with. They're gonna have to bring their A game because I'm definitely bringing mine. And y'all really ain't even seen my A game yet. You know, I'm kind of just getting my feet wet with the whole rap thing, but yeah. I plan on upstaging whoever I get on the track with. And not just people in the game, but anybody. My whole objective is going to be to upstage your motherfucking ass if you get on the track with Freeze. So, yeah. Yellow Band said, my favorite video was you with the park talking about police encounters. Yeah. I enjoyed that video myself, man. It was cool because I like to believe that I dropped a lot of game and broke down some teachable experiences in that video. So yeah, I enjoyed that video. I enjoyed doing it. I think if all men started dealing with nothing but women who got their head on straight, the ones that don't will get it together because they ain't getting no kind of action. In a perfect world, Lakeisha, that would be the case, but it's a lot easier said than done. Win a date with Freeze. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't gonna want to do a raffle and win a date with Freeze, because if you win a date with Freeze, it ain't gonna be no conventional type of date. You know what I mean? I don't even want to talk about a date with Freeze, you know? It ain't gonna be no regular date, that's for sure. It's gonna take a special type of young lady to go on a date with Freeze. Floyd M say, where's the book about being a man, Freeze? Thank you for all the game you've kicked to our square asses. Of course, it ain't no book, but you know what, man? One of the biggest problems that a lot of us have, and it's not just young people, it's a lot of older people too, but especially young people, because they don't know what it's like to not have social media and not have smartphones. But a lot of people don't go outside enough. You see me, I'm outside right now. I'm at the mall. I'm sitting on the quiet side of the mall right now. But a lot of people don't go outside enough. You're gonna learn a whole lot of shit by going outside and interacting with people. You know, if you just do something as simple as striking up a conversation with a stranger at least one time every day, you're gonna learn so much shit just from that. Just strike up a conversation with a stranger once a day, every day. It ain't hard. Just strike up a conversation. You're gonna learn a whole lot. But social media makes it where everybody's social interactions are on social media and not outside. You know, but man, go outside. Spend an hour or 2 hours outside and strike up a conversation with a stranger. You're gonna learn a whole lot. Your social skills will be so much better. If you have a sales job, you know, that's a beautiful thing. You know, you're striking up conversations with strangers all the time doing that. But yeah, that's a lot of people's problem, man. A lot of people don't go outside and interact with people enough in the flesh. Kenwood Drive say social media is addictive. It really is. And along with social media, clout. Clout is worse than crack. I really believe that. I really believe clout is worse than crack. That's the worst drug that ever hit the world. Clout. Craig, what's up with it, bro? I see you. What's the best place to campaign in LA? LA got a lot of good places to campaign, man. Just outside. But me, I like going to Venice Beach. That's a good place to campaign. The Beverly Center. That's a good place to campaign. Downtown LA. You know, that's a good place to campaign. Like LA Live in particular, that LA Live area. Or yeah, just that whole area, like LA Live and you know, the area around LA Live as well, because downtown LA is kind of big, but certain parts of downtown LA, Hollywood, great place to campaign. But me, I just like being outside in LA, period. You know, I would suggest a Slauson swap meet, but you know, everybody shouldn't be over there, and everybody don't know how to handle themselves in them type of environments. But I like going to the Slauson swap meet. You know what I mean? And you would think that by it being a swap meet, it's gonna be nothing but a bunch of ratchet, you know, hood people there. But you see all kind of people at the Slauson swap meet. The Slauson swap meet be having all walks of life. Foreigners, like that. The Slauson swap meet then really became like a tourist attraction. Like whenever I go there, I see like Japanese people from Japan, you know, Europeans, people from different parts of Europe, Australians, like people from all over the world. When they come to LA, that's one of the places that they want to go to is the Slauson swap meet. Of course, they're gonna go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, take pictures by the stars, and go by the Hollywood sign and all that type of stuff, and do the little tours. But a lot of people go to that Slauson swap meet now, you know, and you know it still can be dangerous, but I think nowadays it's more so dangerous to the people that are, you know, in that lifestyle, you know, the gang banging. But if you're not a gangbanger and you're a complete square and you're not going over there on no BS, I think you'll be all right at the Slauson. But yeah, that's depending on how you go there, you know, that's a good place to campaign too. If I can say where the water, hey, like I said, I left the love in the car, man. You know, I as y'all already know, I don't get too far away from it, but it's close by. It's just not right here on my person with me right now. But I keep the love on deck, and make sure that y'all put some love in your body if you haven't done so today. No Breaks say Ralph's, Target, yep, Walmart. All of them is good places to campaign in LA, for real. BBG 0215 say, Freeze, I got a question. Why don't I see Asian females in the game? Do they? Yeah, of course they're not the majority, but you know, just like America, period. They're the minority in the lifestyle. They're an extreme minority, but there are a good amount of them in the game. They're just not the majority. And depending on where you go, you might see more than you would in other places. Like on the West Coast, you're probably gonna see more Asians on the West Coast than anywhere else as far as in the game. You're gonna see them more, at least my experience, more on the West than anywhere else. Trill Wallace say, Freeze, you put me on game with Whole Foods buffets. I dig that. Yeah, Whole Foods, the truth, man. You and Sin should come out with your own pre-workout, call it the ism. See, if I came out with a pre-workout, it would have to be different. I don't know. Like, see, I'm not really, and people look at me crazy when I say that, but I've never taken a pre-workout. I don't know how it feels. I heard too many horror stories about it. And even though I know that, as long as you do things in moderation, more than likely you'll be all right. But I never got into the whole pre-workout thing, so I would be kind of lost when it came to that. Mac Wayne say, Carson, Long Beach, Irvine Valley, etc. They outside and on time. You did? Yeah. That's real talk. I love Carson, man. When I was a kid, because me being from Long Beach, Carson is right next door. When I was a kid, we used to like to go holler at the females of Carson. Carson always had the bad ones. You know what I mean? Like, every city kind of like got they areas where people like to go and got the bad ones. We used to like to go to Irvine. I mean, not Irvine, Carson. Carson always had the bad ones. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I just wanted to tap in with y'all because I had something on my mind and I hadn't tapped in with y'all in a while. So Mac Wayne say, laugh my ass off, Carson, Inglewood. Yeah, Inglewood always has some bad ones too. But you might get into an issue, depending on where you're going. Inglewood. Bell, Lakewood, 1995 to 99. Hey, that's my era, 95 to 99. Me, Lancaster had the bad ones. I don't know. Lancaster's all right. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. Y'all already know I appreciate y'all tapping in. I appreciate you hitting the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. Wipe your feet off at the door if you haven't done so already. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate all y'all's support in every which way you come with it. I appreciate you hitting the subscribe. Appreciate you hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate your super chats. I appreciate you putting some love in your body. I appreciate your support in every which way that you come with it, man. The shares, all of that. All that good stuff, you did. But yeah, we're going to do this again soon. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. If you're out in traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to pass out some more Dracos. Next time I go live, I'll probably do it on a computer or something. Pass the Dracos out because I see a lot of y'all. I didn't even realize, like, damn. A lot of y'all supposed to have a wrench, man. But yeah, we're going to do it again real soon. Freeze is it. I'll holler.